spend hundreds on fancy skincare serums, supplements, and salon hair treatments, but it wasn't until I turned back to nature's oils that I truly saw real lasting results. And if you are tired of overcomplicated routines, let me introduce you to the three powerful oils that I swear by that completely changed my skin, my hair, and my health. So one of them I use for my health internally, I take the other one I apply on my skin, and the other one I use for my hair health. That they are all scientifically proven. They all have clinical trials backing them. You can see the clinical trials, the top clinical trials are linked in the description box below for these oils. And these three oils have become stable in my holistic lifestyle. And once you hear how they've worked for me, I think they'll become stable in yours as well. First oil is castor oil, the deep healer for the skin, the scalp, and digestion. Now, mind you, I specifically use this oil on my skin. I use it for other things as well, but mainly for my skin. It's my go-to oil. So before castor oil, my hairline was thinning. I had my eyebrows that were thinning and graying as well. I had my eyelashes that were barely visible, especially after 2 weeks of using eyelash extensions. And I decided to put eyelash extensions back in 2016. It was a big trend when it was a big hit back then, and I decided to give it a try. But now I would think twice before putting eyelash extensions. And I also had hormonal bloating and occasional constipation as well. But after using castor oil regularly, I've noticed that my hair is thicker, shinier, and it grows fast. I just apply it on the edges of my hairline, where the baby hair grows as well, if I'm suspecting any sort of shedding or I want to strengthen and grow more hair. And also my lashes and brows have filled in, especially my lashes, and I feel much more lighter and less inflamed. So what is castor oil? It's basically a thick, nutrient-rich oil that is extracted from a castor bean plant, which is called Ricinus communis. It's packed with ricinoleic acid, which is known to be anti-inflammatory, antifungal, and deeply moisturizing properties. So what I use castor oil for, I mainly use it for my skin. So before I go to bed, I just mix a little bit of castor oil with a little bit of sweet almond oil. If I don't have sweet almond oil in my cabinet, or like I've run out of it, I'll just simply use jojoba oil, and then I apply a little bit, mix it together, as in I dilute the castor oil, mix it together, and apply it on my face. Mind you, this is suitable for my face because I have dry, sensitive skin. But if you have oily skin, maybe you want to apply it just on your lashes and on your brows as well. So don't apply it if you have really oily skin or combination skin. I also dab on dry patches or even stretch marks as well that I've got from the pregnancies. So another thing that I also use it for is for hair growth. So I warm it slightly, I apply it to the scalp area. Of course, I dilute it beforehand because it's really, really thick, bear that in mind. But mostly I focus on my lashes, and I just apply a little bit on my lashes before going to bed. I don't leave them really soggy oily. I make sure to just wipe with a cotton afterwards, and that way I leave it overnight, and I do this 2 to 3 times a week. And then in the morning, I just wash with a gentle cleanser, just a normal face cleanser that I usually use. Now, I've also used it before for digestion or hormone balance, but to be honest, it didn't feel quite, consistent with me. I know it has many benefits for that. So if you wanted to use it for your digestion, for your hormone balance, you can go ahead and soak a cloth in warm castor oil. Then you can place over the abdomen. I hear many people swearing that it has helped them when they apply it to their belly button. I personally do not apply it to the internal of my belly button, maybe in the future when I'm ready to do so. And then what you do is you cover with a plastic wrap and a heating pad for about 30 to 45 minutes. And then you do this 2 to 3 times a week as a castor oil pack. I've also applied castor oil just as is on one of my knees that was having problems with pain and swelling and inflammation, and it has helped me with my mobility, and that was after falling. Now, mind you, I'm only 34 years old, but I fell twice in the snow back in Finland last year, and I had to do reconstructive surgery, and it was quite terrible. So I was applying as I was in the waiting line for the surgery, which took about 6-8 months waiting line. I just was applying castor oil, warmed up on my knees, and then I was wrapping it with a heating pad with a cotton, and then with a heating pad on top. And it has helped my mobility as well, and it also allowed me to just wait a little bit more painless while I was waiting for surgery. Also for the hair, as I said, I just go ahead and apply it on my baby hairs that way. Now, the second oil that I'm super excited to share with you, and this is backed by science, it is black castor oil, cold pressed black castor oil for immunity, for skin, for hormone support, for weight loss as well. I swear by this. So before using castor oil, my skin broke out monthly like clockwork, literally a week before my um period was due, PMS, my skin was breaking out, and I rarely break out as well. I also was more susceptible to seasonal bugs, and my energy levels were very inconsistent. So after using castor oil, and I take that internally with a spoon in the morning on an empty stomach, after using that castor oil, my skin was clearer even around my cycle. And thank God, knock on wood, I rarely get sick, and I feel more grounded and focused. And I've also managed to lose a little bit of that extra weight as well, because it acts as a natural appetite suppressant, so it's not going to affect you in that way. And this is also all my personal experience, so make sure to double check with your doctor before using any of these oils, and there will be a disclaimer right at the end of the video. So what is castor oil? It is extracted from the tiny black seeds of Nigella Sativa, and this oil has been called the remedy for everything but death by Prophet Muhammad. And it's also rich in a powerful antioxidant with anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, immune boosting properties. So how do you use this oil? For immune support, I just simply use half a teaspoon daily on an empty stomach. Sometimes I mix with honey, but currently I'm just doing the keto diet and trying to stay away from all sorts of sugars, including honey. So I just don't add honey, and I just take as is. If you're dealing with skin inflammation, which I was dealing with rosacea, you can simply dilute with rosehip or jojoba oil or sweet almond oil, and then you can use it as a facial serum. Mind you, don't use it all over your face, or use it only on patches where there is redness, acne, and scarring, and it helps to reduce these. If you are wanting to take it for hormone balance, you can take it consistently for 3 to 6 weeks. I took it through around 6 weeks mark, and I started noticing the PMS and hormonal improvement then. Now, as a tip of warning, before you go ahead and purchase it, it does have a very strong bitter taste. So mix it with raw honey or lemon juice if needed. That doesn't fully disguise the taste and the smell, but it is something that you will get used to. And it's one of the oils that I just can't go without, to be honest. And I just personally get mine from iHerb, linked in the description box below. Also, the oil number 3, last of all, is pumpkin seed oil. This is amazing for your hair, and I personally use it for my hair because I experienced mild hair thinning postpartum. I used to take it as a capsule, the pumpkin seed oil as a capsule, but then they started selling it in the store called Pressed Health Food Store, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to take it the same exact way that I take black seed oil, and that's what I was doing. Also, before taking pumpkin seed oil, my skin was very dull, it was dry, and I had no idea how nutrient deficient I was. I rarely do a blood test because I'm always scared of needles. Like, I get that blood test prescription by the doctor, but there will always be a way where I try to avoid it if I can. So after pumpkin seed oil, using it for about 3 weeks consistently and daily, I noticed that my hair fall reduced significantly, my skin regained its glow, and I felt more balanced mentally and hormonally as well. So what is pumpkin seed oil? It's basically this dark green oil. It's cold pressed from roasted pumpkin seeds, and this oil is rich in zinc, omega-6 fatty acids, magnesium, and phytosterols as well, which all support hair, skin, bladder, hormone health as well, especially in women. So how do you use it? For hair growth, I take it internally, and I also massage it on my scalp weekly, once a week. So every single day, I wake up in the morning, I take 1 tablespoon daily of the pumpkin seed oil. It's also a natural dewormer as well. So you can use it the same way you use wormwood. If you've been watching me here on the channel, I did a whole series on wormwood and black walnut hull about how it's a great anti-parasite cleanser. So I use pumpkin seed oil if you don't want to use wormwood or you can't get your hands on wormwood. And then on the scalp, once a week, every Sunday is usually my reset, about 1 or 2 hours on a Sunday. I schedule the afternoon just to take care of the whole, masks, face masks, take a shower, do my hair care routine and stuff. So I just massage a little bit into my scalp weekly and I massage in circular motions. And if I can, then I wrap up my hair around with a wet, a bit warm, hot, a cotton wrap that way on my hair to really allow the oil to sink into my scalp. Now, for skin health, you can use it in your DIY face mask. I usually don't use it for skin health. I've got castor oil for that. And you can also use it for sleep and hormonal support or as a anti-parasitic. So I give it to my children, half a teaspoon before bed for 1 week consistently every single day for 7 days. That really helps to act as a natural dewormer and it cleanses their digestive tract as well. And they also like it. We just give it a name and they just line up and we just take it by the spoon. So this oil is too delicate for cooking, so do not use it. Always use it raw for maximum benefits as well. So how do I rotate all these 3 oils in my weekly routine? Usually optimal level, I take the pumpkin seed oil and the black seed oil every single day on an empty stomach, one after the other. But ideally, I rotate every now and then. In order to avoid overload, I rotate these oils based on my body's needs and cycle phase. For example, in the morning, I take half a teaspoon of black seed oil. In the evening, to help with sleep and to help with things like deworming and hormone health, I just add in pumpkin seed oil in my tabbouleh salad. And then I apply, of course, the castor oil 2 to 3 times a week on my lashes. On Tuesday, castor oil pack in the afternoon, and then I would just take herbal tea, and then after that, I take half a teaspoon of black seed oil in the evening, and then I would do the scalp massage once a week that way. So I've tried a lot of trends. I've tried collagen powders, pricey serums, 10-step routines that completely failed, don't even get there because I just can't be that consistent. And they're all filled with so much like bad fillers and artificial ingredients, but nothing has simplified and elevated my health like these 3 ancient oils. They're affordable, they're powerful, and they work with your body, not against it. The whole family uses it, and if you are looking for real lasting change, start with nature. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and have a great day. All the best.